Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We are on day 7, the last day of the week and the biggest day of the Good Sleep Day event here on Cyan Beach. We do have a very big, hopefully very big, sleep research ahead of us. But first, we are going to grab our 12,366 sneaky snacking. It looks like everybody, well, almost everybody. Poor little Beware didn't get in on the action, but quite a bit happening now, which is tonight. We have the last day of the Good Sleep Day event. Last chance to use any incense that you're going to use, and also make sure that you have your Sleep XP bonus team together. We are going to grab a bunch of sleep points, which this is kind of why I wasn't really worried about spending all those sleep points a while back. You get them back pretty easily for the most part. I was kind of expecting to get them back pretty easily, so I wasn't really too concerned about it, especially with no other big events coming up. We just passed Valentine's, so maybe we'll have a St. Patrick's Day event. That'd be really cool. If we do, they'll probably announce that within a week or two. I really would be interested on what they're going to do with that. But let's go ahead and grab our daily lottery while we're here, before we get off in the weeds talking about future events that may or may not happen. We did get a Poke Biscuit, which is good. We do need that. We desperately need biscuits after what we did yesterday and it not working out at all. But let's go ahead and jump into the sleep report. And hopefully this one will work out better than yesterday's. We are on session 211. Been at it for quite a while. Well over, I didn't even notice it's well over halfway through the year. Been playing this game a while. It kind of goes quick. Quite a bit of dozing, 19% dozing, 48% snoozing, and 33% slumbering. So maybe we'll get a dozing type today. Good. That's what I get for having a hard time actually going to sleep. Drowsy power ×2. Hopefully we can break 60 million. That would be nice, but I don't know how likely that is. I didn't look at the score yesterday. Well over 60 is even better. 60 was all I was looking to break, and we made it to 78.2 million. So we have some pretty good chances at a pincer today. Hopefully we at least see one. That would be nice. I just want one. We do have an atop belly weeping bell, which we had before. We've got that peaceful sleep Mankey. And let's see, I'm not sure what that was. I don't know if that was me misclicking or the game just lagging a bit. Well, there's one at least. It was the last one. I was about to be very sad, and then it just turned all around. All right, so we've got Pincer, Ekans, Psyduck, Mankey, Gulpin, Weeping Bell, another Gulpin, and another Ekans. And we also got a lot of Research XP and Dream Shards. And there's all 8, no new sleep styles. It's getting more and more difficult to see new sleep styles here. We definitely need to work on getting our Snorlax rank higher if we're going to see anything new. So we may need to change things up a little bit. A Hungry Mankey and a Hungry Gulpin, which is fine because I'm pretty sure the Pincer, wherever it is... Come on, this game runs so slow on this old crappy phone. There he is. Only needs the bonus biscuit, and we can take him home. Not taking any chances with feeding him regular biscuits and hoping they get a critical hit or anything. I'm just going to take the guaranteed win and be done with it. And then Mankey, I think, is probably... You know what? I'm fine with giving one biscuit to Mankey and just see what happens. And then I think we'll leave it there. Cool, just the standard hungry hit. That's fine with me. +3, didn't take it home today, but that does give us the 14 biscuits for the week, so we're done with that mission. And we can use a better one, but it's not a high priority, so we'll just catch it next time it rolls around and we have a bonus biscuit to give it. And that's a job well done. We get our Pincer today. Now comes the real fun part, where we have to hope the Pincer is actually good now that it finally made its way to us from everyone else's campsite, because according to the comments, everyone else is finding Pincer but me. But we're going to send out that Pincer candy because it is so rare. We're going to try to help out everybody as best we can with it. We are going to get 3,559 research XP and 8,192 dream shards. All right. Big moment of truth. Let's see. Level 20. That's good. Hasty. I think Hasty is pretty decent. Hasty is XP gains up if I remember correctly. Ooh. Ooh. Not the best combination. For long term, I would like to see honey. Let's see. I think it's honey. Yeah, honey apples. Because then that gives us 7 honey and 8 apples, roughly. So he should bring in an even amount of both in the long run. But this could be a good one to use in the meantime, because we don't have level 60 unlocked anyway. So having apples locked behind level 60 really wouldn't do us any good for what we need now. So let's see. Skill trigger S is okay. Skill level up is okay. Inventory up L is pretty good. That's a good thing. Research XP bonus, not so much. And helping speed M is also not bad. But with the nature, energy recovery down, XP gains up, this could be all right. This might be okay. We may be able to make this work. We can't make this work. This is awful. This is very, very bad. Only 22. You know what? Let's switch from the percentile. Let's check the percentage. So the percentage rating is a bit more accurate to what this particular pincer is going to put out. Just looking at it by itself, if I remember correctly. So let's go ahead and check. It's going to run it again. I don't know why, but it was 19.19%, I think. Yeah, 19.19%. Pretty rough. Total strength, also pretty rough. But I bet that skill value is going to be really high. Yeah, 10.22. Yikes, Aroni. Actually, not as high as I thought it was going to be. Must have a very small or very low base skill trigger rate. Yeah, that's pretty bad. And there's not really any helping this pincer. The only thing we could seed would be the skill trigger M. And that's not really super helpful for what we need them for. Ugh. Well, okay, so this kind of gets into what I wanted to show you guys. I think this is a slightly new feature, but I'm not sure how new it is. But I wanted to show you guys something. If you click on the Pokédex up here, and really it doesn't matter how you get to it. I think no, we can't get to it from the Raider. Let's just go from the Pokédex. So we're going to scroll down. We're going to find Pincer. And we're going to click this little graph right here, which takes you to the Pokemon analysis page. And then right below Pincer's picture, there's an eye, which takes you to I think they call it the Pokemon information page. It doesn't have a little thing to pop up, but I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. And here you can see some more detailed information about individual Pokemon. With Pincer, you can go through, well, not with just Pincer, with all of them, you can see all the different sleep types. You can see the shiny sleep types, all that. I'm not going to click through them other than the one we have already because I've already shown you that. But you can click through all of them. I'm not going to show the rest in case y'all don't want to be spoiled. But you also see some basic stats. You've got the sleep type where they normally show up, their specialty, all this and that. The ingredient rate, so 20.61% of the time it picks up an ingredient, which is kind of low, in my opinion, for a ingredient Pokemon. But it'll be nice if we could get one that has a higher ingredient finder M and an ingredient finding nature. That's kind of necessary for a good pincer. And the skill trigger rate is 3.087. So 1 in 32.39 chances or times will it activate the skill trigger, which is also very low. You can see the other basic details, how much friendship it takes to bring them home. 16 for pincer. The base frequency with no modifiers is 40 minutes. And then all this other fun little information. But the main thing that I wanted to point out was I believe this is a new section here that has been added. You can see the ingredient flashing, showing that it is an ingredient specialist. You can change the level at which you find it, which changes the mix-up here, the production. So at level 30, you can see with no other modifiers, no subskills, no nature, what this pincer is expected to bring in based on the ingredients that it has at level 30. Then if we click this button, why is it not letting me drop this down? It just shows a check mark there. I'm not sure why it isn't letting me drop it down. We may have to switch to a different Pokemon, but I wanted to plug in this information because you can do this here instead of the team analysis page. So you don't have to load in another Pokemon or anything like that. And you can just kind of check and test things out or see what the Pokemon you just caught is going to look like in terms of the actual numbers rather than just percentile and percentage and I forget what else is there. I think the cross species examination. So let's plug this in real fast. Skill trigger, skill level up, inventory up L, research XP, and helping speed M. Nope, that's helping bonus. And then we plug in the hasty nature, which really doesn't matter. And you can see not much has really changed because there's nothing in the subskills or nature that affected it except for the helping speed M at level 100, which since it's not level 100, it doesn't matter. But we can click on level 100 and see, where is it at? What did we have? Honey, apple, apple. First one. What we can kind of expect to bring in at level 100. I'm guessing the math hasn't been done yet for all of this, for the breakdown in production, because normally they show 35% of the time you bring in a berry, 50% of the time an ingredient, and 15% of the time you get a skill trigger, which really, I guess that's slightly misleading. This is more of the expected strength to come in from the individual sources. 15% of the strength provided by pincer will be from skill triggers, 50% from ingredients, and 35% of the strength provided from pincer will be from berries. But this is an interesting page so that you don't necessarily have to go into team analysis and you can see all of the Pokemon's individual stats and plug in different things wherever you want them just to see how it works out. We can clear it out by clicking for the subskills, click the little round arrows there, and then select no nature here. And then we can play around with the level. We can change the level to individual levels. It doesn't have to be just one of these buttons here. And you can get an idea of what you're dealing with and kind of what you want to look for in the future. And then normally we can click this meal coverage tab and it's just not letting me. So I'm going to switch to a different Pokemon that it did let me click on that when I was testing earlier. So we're going to pull up Venusaur. And now it's not letting me do it either. Okay, so for some reason, it is not letting me click on the meal coverage tab. So normally this meal coverage tab would expand and give you some insights into how the ingredients brought in from each. That's what it is. You got to click on one. So I'm just dumb. Everything I just said about it not working is all my fault. So click on one of the ingredient spread combinations, whichever one you want to see meal coverage for, and then it will show you what meals this particular Venusaur can cover. I'm still trying to figure out exactly where it's pulling these meals from and how best this information can be used. I'm sure somebody in the comments is way smarter than me and has already figured this out or can figure it out. So if you understand how exactly this is supposed to help, because I'm not even sure how this is the most beneficial information to have. I feel like there's better information out there. But again, I think I'm just being stupid and just not seeing it. So if you know, please let us know in the comments below how we can use this information to the best of our abilities. Other than that, I just wanted to point it out so that you knew it was here. I even messed with ingredient coverage and coverage strength. And I'm still trying to decipher all of this information because it is a lot. You don't necessarily need this information to be able to play the game well, but it is there for people who want to dig a little bit deeper into the game. And like I said, if you can figure it out or you know, let us know. But let's go ahead and move on. This pincer might be just okay. We are going to have to compare that to our old pincer. This one was for ingredient strength only 20%, which is kind of rough. So we'll compare that here in just a second to our old pincer, which I think was just slightly better. Well, let me go ahead and pull it up because the game is lagging. Let's see. Where are you at, pincer? So the other pincer we had was also honey double apples. And for ingredient strength, it was actually right about the same. When we go for a percentage calculation, it's right about the same. The old percentile calculation that I was doing has it just slightly higher, but ultimately right about the same. So, yeah. I mean, really, it does have helping speed early on rather than skill trigger. But does helping speed M even help this thing all that much? Maybe. Slightly. Not really. Not worth the seed investment at all. Yeah, so... Well, yeah, because it's the speed of help nature down. Or speed of help down nature. So, yeah, we've got 2 pincers. Both of them are pretty bad. So we're just going to hold on to both of them. And if I ever need honey, at least I can put them both on the team, I guess. Even though we have a better honey gatherer in Venusaur. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with these pincers, honestly. It kind of just sucks all around. So I'm just going to move on. We're going to carry on, and hopefully the rest of the day will be better. No new news, which is to be expected. In the community reports, there's going to be 42 of them today. 46. Hey, that's a very nice surprise. I am happy to be wrong there. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Only 10 that doubled up. But that's pretty good. That's just shy of that 25% we like to see. And we got a level up. Level 5. And we've got a Handy Candy S ×2. Very nice. Good surprise. And now let's see. Now we get into the real fun part with Snorlax. Do kind of wish that the good sleep day ×2 was tonight after Sunday. That's when it's the best. But you know what? Ooh, my inventory's full. Well, let's go ahead and make some breakfast because we're about to clear out a lot of ingredient space. So let's get this going real quick and then we can collect from everybody. We, of course, have what we need for the Dream Eater butter curry. We're going to make that. We're going to throw in all these mushrooms, all these eggs, and go ahead and clear out our soybeans because why not? And we'll throw in a bunch of this honey. Don't think it's going to be enough. No, we are 5 short. So what can we do? Cocoa. We have plenty of cocoa. We don't need to worry about that. And we're probably about to get quite a bit back from Blastoise anyway. Dream Eater butter curry, level 26 on a Sunday with 102 ingredients in the pot gives us not an extra tasty, but still 25,382, which is enough for 2 levels. Puts that at level 28. Very nice. And then that should definitely put us at master. I think that was 5 that we need to get to. Let's see, +1 to everybody. Yep, master 5. It should put us pretty close to 6. Or not as close because I forget there's a significant gap in between them now. All right. Master 5. And only about 20% of the way to Master 6. So we've got a ways to go. But Master 6 should definitely be possible today. Looks like we had an ingredient magnet trigger and it didn't go off because some of those ingredients were definitely not Blastoise's normal stuff. Got plenty of corn back, about 14 of them. That's good. Any skill trigger there? Nope. I think I'm pretty good on apples, so I think I'm just going to leave that for now. No skill trigger, no skill trigger. Well, we knew that one. We already clicked on Dodrio. Unfortunate that we haven't gotten more skill triggers with Victory Bell this week, but it's not the worst thing. Let's go ahead and grab our mission and then we can call that a day. All in all, not too bad. We finally found the pincer. Unfortunately, it wasn't as good as we wanted it to be, but that's the way it goes. That just means that we still need to hunt another one. Or maybe it's time we start looking for a better honey apple farmer. maybe we give up on the pincers. But that said, that is what I've got for today. Thank you for watching the video. Make sure to hit that like button if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more. And until next time, later, dudes.